Hello, 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 and welcome to Relationship Rhetoric. I'm your host, unapologetically Angela. Thank you so much for joining me on this fantastic Thursday. I am so excited about the ladies that I'm going to be speaking with. I had the pleasure of working an event, the Black Wine and Arts Festival with Cynthia Daniels and Company. And, one of my jobs is to walk around and make sure that everybody's okay and checking in with people. These ladies were having the time of their life. The event was over and they were still swinging their ankles, chatting it up, enjoying they were inside of their own bubble. And so I really just had to stop, and let them know that I admired them. And then it kind of out, I thought that they were best friends, but they're sisters as well as best friends. And so their energy was just really, really contagious. I got in the car and called my sister and I was like, we're going to have to do more outings because I just saw some ladies that look fabulous and are enjoying life. So they were gracious enough to agree to be on the show. And then I found out so much more information. They know my family. It's just really crazy. So I cannot wait to tap in and just hear their story and see what I can find out. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Relationship Rhetoric, Miss Viney and Miss Viola.
Yes.
Hi,
Hello. Hello.
So good to see you all again.
Yes. And good to see you too.
So I want to start here. What has been your latest outing since the Black Wine and Arts Festival?
Have we gone? I don't think we've done anything out. No, we haven't done any outings, but I've got something for her this coming Sunday. She doesn't know it yet though.
Cool. I love surprises. Take me. I'm ready.
Exactly. Yeah. So I think that was the last thing that we've done as far as going out. Now we've had several parties at my house since then, but as far as an outing, we have not done anything.
You said several parties, Ms.
Yeah, graduation. We had some had graduation things going on. So and Easter, I think, was that after or before? That may have been before.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, we have, as far as going out, we haven't done anything recently.
Okay. So it's time.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
So let's talk about where you all are from, your upbringing. So you are born and raised Memphians?
Yes.
Okay. So what part of Memphis? Where did you go to school?
South Memphis. Woohoo! South Memphis. And we went to Carver High School. Okay. I graduated in, I guess I'd be telling my age, but that's okay because I don't mind. Graduated in 1978. So we will be celebrating our 45th class reunion this year, man. Wow. It's awesome. I'm looking forward to it. So we are from South Memphis. I've been in Memphis all of my life. Now, she has a wonderful story to tell about hers because she had the privilege of leaving home and going somewhere else,
right.
But I've been here all my life, but I've loved it. Went to school here after high school. Then I attended what was then State Tech, State Technical Institute in Memphis, which is now Southwest Tennessee College.
Right.
So I did, I went there and got an associate's degree in business, and then went back a couple of years later and got another one in graphic arts, and then I was done. So I was done with the school thing. So, but it's been all good. So I've been here and I've loved it. I've loved it.
And me, born here, I say I grew up in Charleston, South Carolina, because I got married when I was 20. And so my husband was in the Navy. And so I grew up actually in Charleston because I was only 20. Graduated from Carver High also in 81. And I got my associate's degree in computers from State Tech. At the time, it was State Tech. And then when I came back to Memphis, then I got my bachelor's degree at Lemoyne on.
Yes, LOC.
Yes. And so that was in business. And so I've been in a whole different realm since I moved back to Memphis. I was into computers when I was in Charleston, but I came back to Memphis and I've been in sales since then.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, so that's what I do now. She's retired. Ah, and I,
5 years this year.
Nice.
It is. It sure is. It is nothing like it, girl. Oh my God. Did not know what it would be like. I knew it was time to retire. I spent 30 years of my life at Memphis Light Gas and Water,
Mm.
and things have started to start getting a little rocky. So then, and I was like, Lord, it must be time for me to go. So, I kept talking to him, and he made it peaceful in my mind that it's okay to leave. And so I did. So I've been retired. It'll be 5 years in October.
Wow. Very
yeah.
nice. Man, you ladies look. What's the secret? What is the secret? I mean, goodness gracious.
Look, I think it's in the
In the
genes. I really do.
genes.
I think it's really in the genes because you don't know this, but I'm the 11th child of
That
11
was my
children.
next question.
Yes.
11th.
Yes,
Yes.
it's 11, but it was 11. Now it's 9. But she's before me, and then I came after her.
Right.
And so we're the last two of the
So
litter.
10 and 11.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So we're just blessed that we do have good genes. So we have an 81-year-old sister, and she looks gorgeous. Still looks gorgeous. So it's just in the genes.
Okay.
No secret. So I can't tell you what drink water, take this, or do that because we don't follow any of those rules.
None of those rules, babe. We just do what we do, and a lot of it sometimes.
Exactly. So
okay. So all 11 kids were in the same house?
No.
Okay.
Because half of them, by the time we came along, half of them were probably already gone. Like my sister that I said that's 81, 82, she moved to Chicago. Then the brother moved to Chicago. And then 2 other people were already gone. So by the time we got there, half were already gone.
Yeah, half were gone, yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
so how was growing up? Were you all this close growing up?
We were. We were. And believe it or not, all 11 of us are close like that. Because it was 7 girls,
4 boys.
4 boys. And so we're still, all of us are close. It's not that we're just best friends too. But all of us are very close.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
So growing up, just in a great household, we were blessed to have a great household.
Nice. So what did your parents do?
Well, my mom was a stay-at-home mom, and my dad, he had several jobs. He was a cab driver. He worked for IC Railroad. He was a preacher, Memphis Housing Authority. Yes. And he was a preacher. So we're preachers' children.
PKs, yes, we are.
Preachers' kids.
Oh.
We are that.
So they do cut up too. So
Definitely.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Yeah. So yeah, he had several jobs. He made sure. He put food on the table and had clothes on our backs and, did everything that a father should do. So,
yes, very, I mean, we were very blessed to have a father that, our father, he was a sergeant in the Army.
He was.
Yeah. So yesterday, thought about him a lot of day, time yesterday because of that. But just as far as protective, even when we were older, I always have a story. When I moved back to Charleston, I lived in an apartment, and me and another sister were coming out of the apartment, and it was some guys just kind of hanging out, downstairs. And he told us, hold up a minute, until he made sure and now we were grown, we were good and grown, and he made sure that everything was good for us to even come down the stairs. So that's just one of those wonderful stories.
So loving. That's why we are like we are.
Right.
Yes. We take care of each other. We look out for each other.
Yes.
We don't always get in each other's business, though. That's how we get to stay friends and close. We let them do what they do.
Right.
Everybody, we may tell, each other what's going on in our lives, but we don't try to give a lot of advice and try to tell you what you should be doing. We just let grown folk do what grown folk do.
Right.
And and just keep it moving. So, that's why, we can always get along. We don't fuss, we don't
Nope.
fight, we don't do any of that. Yeah.
No, we don't. And people say, y'all gotta be, no, we don't.
We
We just
don't.
don't. It's just, it is what it is. People think it's just a pretense when we're out, but no, that's the way we live. We live that way
Absolutely.
for real. We help each other. If we know somebody needs some help, then that's what we do. That's who we are. And, it
Absolutely.
is what it is.
Did you
And
ever
we
have a
always
conversation?
out there swinging our ankles, baby. That's what we do. That's what we do all the time. We go out to dinner or move wherever we go. And then we just sit there, and the next thing you know, like 4 hours have passed by,
Right.
and it's like, what in the world?
Wow.
But we do that all the time. So
Right.
it's just
We just,
love
we
to
love,
just
exactly. We love each other.
love each
for
other,
real.
love to hang out, and just enjoy life.
Right.
Enjoy
Mhm.
life.
Do you know if your parents was the intent to have a large family?
No.
I don't think so. But look, my dad, I'll tell you how he told us. He went in early and stayed late. That's what he always said. That's what he always used to
I
say.
know.
So,
But then he also says, because my father's name was Willie, and the second child, which was a girl, was named Willie B. So he thought that was gonna be the last one. So she was named after him, but no, 9 more
we
came.
kept coming.
Kept multiplying.
And no twins. There are no twins. It's all single births. So there are no twins.
Wow.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So of the group, who was the clown, the one that liked to cut up?
Ooh, who is that?
I don't know. We don't really have
I
anybody.
think we all cut up about the same equal amount.
Yeah, I don't think it's anybody that's worse than the other. I think we all love to laugh, and people don't
Right.
understand that either. Because it's like, why y'all always so happy? And I know you're going through this, that, and the other. Why you still happy? Because that's what we just made out of that.
Yeah, it's
So,
in us.
I
Yeah.
don't think we can pick out one.
One
or
over
the
the other because
Wow.
we're all cut ups.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's
Okay.
it. I think
So in a nutshell, your growing up in your household was peaceful.
very, very. I mean, sometimes I sit back and think about it. I'm just like, it couldn't have been that good. But then I'll ask one of them, or I even ask my older sister who's 80 something, because I was like, for me to feel the way that I feel, I want to see what somebody before me felt. And I asked her, and they said the same thing. I mean, if you ask any of us, that's just the way our household was. And it is what it is. And like I said, half of them were gone before we were born. And so,
That
yeah,
is such a blessing, man.
it is. I
Yeah.
look, I hated that people don't get to experience it, but
Mhm.
it is what it is.
Mhm. So what was the transition like, Miss Viney,
That's it.
when Miss Viola left the house? How long were you at home by yourself?
I left.
She left first.
She left first. So when you
Yeah.
said you were staying in Memphis, you were staying in Mom and Dad's house still.
We were still we had the house, but I
Right.
left. I left at 20.
Okay.
And I was
So
sad.
She
I
wanted her
was.
sister
I
to be
did. I
there.
really was. I was sad because I guess she was the first one to leave home, in our group of children. She was the first one to leave. She was my friend. We had just been growing up together and everything. So yeah, I was kind of sad when she left.
But we didn't ever lose touch. We never
lost touch.
Yeah, we never lost touch.
Right.
So.
I went to visit a few times. I even drove through the storm to get to her one time. 13 hours away with, what was it, Hurricane Hugo. Hit Charleston, South Carolina, baby, and I was driving.
I was
goodness.
there when that happened. So it was different. It was different, being away from your family, but you have to do what you got to do to grow up. My
That's
dad
right.
said, I knew you was going to grow up and go away, but I didn't know you were going that far. That's what he said.
Mhm.
That's what he said. So,
Mhm.
yeah, but we just, we always kept in touch. So never
Okay.
lost that connection.
So Miss Viola, what was your point of where your grow up? Miss Viney is saying when she moved off and she grew up in Charleston, what was that like you for you?
Well, my growing up was I got pregnant at 18 and I
Okay.
became a mother at a young age. So
Understood.
that's what grew me up. My daughter, Ebony, who is
Mhm.
now 43, when she was born, and she got really sick at a really young age, like 6 months.
Mhm.
She got really sick and she was hospitalized for several months off and
Wow.
on. So yeah, so that grew me up. I had to leave my job because they didn't understand that I wanted to be at the hospital, with my child and
Mhm.
everything. So lost that job, stayed at the hospital, and took care of her. So that grew me up. So through the 18 months she was born, when I was like 19. So 19, 20, I was growing. I was learning how to be a mother,
Mhm.
and things like that. So that was my growing up point, having to take care of somebody else so
Right.
early,
Another little
yeah, another
person.
little person. So that was an experience, in its own, so it was all good though.
Understood.
It came a little
Understood.
earlier than I wanted it to, but but
Life
it did.
happens.
Life happens, and you
Right.
keep moving. Yeah, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. She grew up to be a beautiful young lady, so yeah, so it's all good.
Okay. So you said your father was a preacher. Did he have his own church, or he was just an associate pastor at another church? How did that work?
Well, he started as an associate at Shady Grove, where we are still members, and then he moved to Mississippi, and he became pastor of a church there, Deans Hill Baptist Church. So he did become a pastor there.
Wow. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So
so
what
he
was
went back home because he was from Hernando,
Oh, I
that
see.
area. And so
Hmm.
he went back home and
Okay.
became the pastor. And he was the pastor for 28 years down there.
Hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, until he got 90. Look, until he was 90. So that's one thing that we did mention. My mom passed with breast cancer when I was 11.
And
So
I
that,
was
so she
13.
was 13. And so that again proved to me, how our household was already, but she had already trained us. And then her mom would live with us. So our training, just, I'm telling you, just, it amazes me. And I lived it, for me to know that my mom died when I was 11 and we still stayed level. But it
Hmm.
was because the way that we were trained that, we just kept that in us. So it's different. It really is a different family.
So from that point on, okay, so your grandmother lived with you as long as you can remember.
Till I was 16. She
Hmm.
died when I was
Right.
16.
Wow.
Yes. So she
And
died
your
when I
father lived to 90,
to
or is he
92. He lived until he
92?
was
Yes.
92. Yes. And was always an officer and a gentleman, it just
Yes, he was. He was.
yes, I'm telling you. So yeah. So that's what I'm saying. When sometimes you'll hear people say, and I'm sure that everybody's got their own idea, but they may say, "Well, I didn't have a daddy or I didn't have a mother." And I'm saying, my mom died when I was 11, but you know, did we miss her? Of course we did. But the seeds had already been planted
That's
on
right.
how to live,
That's
and then you watch them. I was looking at something the other day and it said copy that. So we copied that from a lot of
Hmm.
things that we saw
Right.
in our household. And it's just amazing when I think about it. So when people say that, I'm like, you can't keep using that as an
Yes.
excuse, not to live right,
Right.
that's right.
because life still goes on. So
It does.
yeah.
It does.
So did you all go back and forth from the Church of Mississippi to Shady Grove, or did y'all just stay in
No,
Shady Grove?
we stayed
We
at
stayed
Shady
at Shady
Grove.
Grove.
Shady Grove.
Yes.
We did go down to visit,
Uh-huh.
periodically, but Shady Grove was always our home.
Right. And
Okay.
he allowed us to stay there. He didn't try to talk us into,
Beautiful.
changing. Yeah. So we stayed at Shady Grove. That's, like she said, really been there all of our lives, other than when I left. I left, and when I came back, went straight back to Shady Grove. So yes,
Wow. Wow.
exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So have you, and I know y'all, you said you never argue. You've had disagreements?
For
Oh
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, but nothing major.
Nothing major. Mm-mm.
Nothing, no major disagreement that would make us, not speak for weeks, or, I'm not gonna talk to her. Not that kind of, never have had that. I'm not speaking to her because she really got on my last nerve. Never
Right.
had that.
So we just ended with, okay, well, that's cool.
And it really be cool.
And it really be cool, and that's for real, and it's really cool. And when you said that, I'm really trying to think of something that we even have argued about. I can't even remember.
We were probably so young, so long ago. I mean, nothing in the last 25 years.
No.
25 years.
Probably longer than that, because I just really can't. I really can't. To just be, arguing back and forth about a situation. Because just like Viola said, as far as our households are concerned, if she needs me, she know I'm here. Or if I need her, I know she's there. And that goes for all of the sisters.
Yeah.
And if we're going through some issues, which life, gives you issues, we know we can go to each other. But as far as, disagreeing, well, you said you was going to do, we don't do that. We just don't, it just does
it
not
doesn't happen.
No, it just doesn't happen. So we really don't understand. And I know it sounds superficial because we just don't understand it when people are doing that with their family, because we're just not like that.
Wow.
We're just fortunate that we just don't. You got your household, I got my household. If you want my advice, I'll give it to you. If you don't, that's cool too. Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna try to run yours. I got stuff over here.
Oh, that is true.
So, I'm almost sure that you all have traveled together.
Yes, went to New York last year for the first time. Both of us had a sister's trip. Yes,
because New York. Going to be, what was your most memorable trip that you all have had?
New York.
That
was it.
Okay.
Yes, it was awesome. I think because we had always wanted to go to New York, but then when the opportunity presented itself, then we were excited and we got together and we had a ball.
We did.
We had a ball, baby. We learned how to hail cabs and
and almost get run over by a cab.
Wow.
Yeah, we got a chance to go on Broadway. We saw a show and we saw Wicked while we were there, and it was just beautiful.
It was.
But I do have to share that we went on my husband's birthday. And he was like, how are you going to go to New York without me? And it's my birthday.
Wait a minute. He didn't go.
He didn't. He did not go because it was the girls.
It was the girls. No men allowed.
No, it was the girls. It was Viola and I and another sister and a cousin. So it was supposed to be another sister, but she backed out. And so, so we went to New York without him, and he was just like, I have to go to New York on my birthday.
Wow.
But we were supposed to go to Carnegie Hall to see one of our friends that we grew up with. He was supposed to be playing, but with the COVID thing, they had canceled it. But we were like, no, we got everything booked. We had all our tours. Everything was set. We're going. We just have to miss you. So it was fun. It was a lot of fun. So he told them that y'all can't take my travel buddy with y'all no more.
No, oh my God. So we cannot have her anymore. So I'm glad we got that trip in.
Right. He'll be understanding this time.
Exactly. But it was so much fun.
Yeah. So speaking of COVID, how was that? Were you in Memphis by then, Ms. Viney?
Yeah, I came back in 91. I've been back since 91.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so
the separation in that, how did that impact you all?
In the beginning, it was awful. As with everybody else, you were like homebound, and everything. So you just couldn't get to where you wanted to go until things started really letting up. The church closed down, so we didn't see each other at church.
Right.
So we weren't going out. Restaurants had shut down because we love to go out and eat.
Right.
Ooh, anytime you want to cook and take us out to dinner, just call and let us know.
Yes.
Love to eat. She told me, what did she say? We had become, what's the word? Epicureans.
Epicureans.
And I said, what is that? She said, girl, lovers of food. I said, oh, I'm an Epicurean.
Yes.
Love to eat. So everything has shut down. So it was a little distance. But like she said earlier, we kept in touch. We called or whatever, but we just didn't
see each
other because everything was shut down. Everybody, went to the grocery store, came home. things like that. So yeah, so we were really glad when it started letting up there to get
Exactly.
out. And even what her husband's 60th birthday, all the restaurants were closed and everything. So she called me. I'm a chef in my own way, baby.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
my dream that didn't come true overall, but it came true for me.
That's
So
right.
and she said, well, would you cook some food, and do a birthday for Alvin? And I was like, girl, yeah. So I almost killed myself that day. But girl, fell off of a chair, hit my head, just oh my God, it was awful. But it's okay. I survived.
And she kept cooking.
I kept cooking, girl. I got up off that floor and girl I was trying to hang a curtain between the area, the kitchen, and the area where they would be sitting, because I didn't want to see all the dishes I had messed up trying to get this good food together. And girl had hung, shears around the little things so they could have their own little room, make it look like they were by themselves. So so I got to see them then. So I cooked for them and everything for his birthday. So yeah, because the restaurants were shut down, and it was like, well, we still got to celebrate,
That's
so I was
right.
like,
It was
girl,
awesome.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you, you were talking about that, and one day my husband, when Viola and I, we kind of started FaceTiming a little bit, and then I hung up one day. He said, "You missed your sister, don't you?" And I was like, "Yes." And again, it's not like we weren't talking, but we were so used to seeing each other. He's like, "You missed your sister, don't you?" I was like, "Yes."
That's
So
sweet.
we did miss each other, but man, when she did it, I mean, his birthday, she did that and made it like it was a restaurant. It was just the two of us, she served us, and it was just awesome, made the atmosphere. But she hurt herself and kept right on doing it. Like hit her head.
I mean, twice. Yeah, I was standing in a chair, the bar chairs, and it slid from under me, and I fell backwards. I hit my head, and I hit it so hard, and then some kind of way I bounced around and hit my front of my head on the other door, and so I kind of, got up. I was home by myself, and I was like, well, I got to get up because I don't want to be down here and can't move, and they get over here and dinner is not ready, and I'm on the floor half dead. Yeah, so I did. I mean, I hit my head so hard I felt it all in my mouth.
But she did not stop.
But I did. I had to get the job done, girl.
And when I say it was laid out with the lamb and the shrimp and the the dessert with the happy birthday, I wish we could see. I'll send you the pictures. I mean, laid out, but had hurt herself, and then that whole next couple of weeks in pain. But she did not stop.
That was going to be my question. Were you hurting later on? And when did you find out? Miss Vinnie, did she tell you the night of or the next day?
You told me the night of. I said, girl, why didn't you stop? She's like, I had to get it done. I'm like, really? So that's a true story.
Yeah.
And yes. And so I know for a couple of weeks she was in pain.
But I finally went to the doctor, and they did a CAT scan and some MRIs things, and just to make sure that I didn't have a concussion.
Yes, look how Angela. I wish you could see your face. You're like, really?
I'm floored right now.
She was too.
I was literally floored. Yes.
Oh my God. So it is. It's just like I said, it is. We just have and I think one of the things when you first talked to us, we were talking about how even I was in Charleston, she was here, and we were still doing things alike, like wearing the same lipstick, or we don't drink we didn't drink then, we didn't really drink. And we drank that same day. Both of us got tipsy on that same day, and with the same thing. And it's like, now that's just weird.
That blew me away. It was the lipstick thing for me. I was like,
I know, right?
Yes, at that distance. So so it's real. We're not twins, but I promise you, it's like we're really, really connected. We're really connected. Not to say that nobody else is, but I know we are really connected. Right. Yes. So it's awesome. It really is, and we appreciate your allowing us to share.
I know, for
Yeah, I
sure.
mean, like you were saying, so many people don't have relationships with their family and with their sister and things of that nature. So to see you guys, to see y'all having a blast
Yeah,
and to be blood sisters and best friends, I just think that's the stuff we need to be showing.
right.
Mhm.
That's the
Exactly.
love we need to be sharing. So
Right.
it was my pleasure. It was
Yes, most.
my pleasure.
Thank you.
And I gotta get Paula. When did you realize you love to cook? Oh, you were a chef, excuse me.
I know, right? Well, I've always liked to, but then later in life, it was like I started, my appetite started changing for different things. And it was like, well, I'm going to try this and try that. And then the next thing you know, I was like, oh my God, you know, I'm learning how to cook this. I want to do this. And it just became,
Passion.
I'm supposed to be a chef somewhere, you know? So it just, yeah, I just became passionate. So now, I mean, I'm up late at night just flipping through like recipes and,
Wow.
Uh-oh, there we are.
yeah, recipes and learning how to cut fruit in art forms and, things like that. So I guess within the last 10 years or so, at least, and I even caught myself going to culinary school when it opened up over at Remington College. They started a new culinary program. Did not work.
No, what she said, there's
No.
two things you can't do. You can't waste my time or my
Or
money.
my
So
money,
she,
babe. So
I know
I
that's
just
right.
because they were wasting my time and my money. So I just went ahead and paid them what I owed them up to that certain point, and I was out because
Yeah.
it wasn't, what I expected, what I wanted it to be or anything. So no. So I just started learning on my own and love it. I've learned how to cook some good stuff,
right.
and
It makes everything beautiful. She makes air. You're gonna have to send her those eggs. She made some eggs look like tulips, boiled eggs like tulips with what did you have, the onion, the
Yeah,
yeah.
the
You gotta
onion.
see it.
Yeah, it was really cute. Well, my nephew Chris, and I think you know Chris. You do because I saw you. I was looking trying to find that post that Coco and them were talking about on Facebook, or whatever. And so I was googling you or whatever, trying to find you, and I saw this awesome picture of you, and it had Chris's name on the bottom. So he took a picture of you back in
Wow.
2014 when he had his photography
Wow.
business.
Chris who? What's his last name?
Hope, Hope.
We've talked about this because I worked with Chris Hope when he was starting the foundation because I was he had a carnival and I would always dress up and entertain the children.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
that was you. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. But I saw that picture of you and I was like, oh my God, Chris did that of her, honey. You was posed.
Did I have a hat on? Did I have a hat on?
No,
No?
you did not have a hat.
That is funny. Oh my gosh. Small world.
Yeah.
It
So
definitely
he's part of
is.
our family too.
He's our sisters. One of the sisters who's passed away, because we've had only two sisters that have passed away. Praise God. He's just let us have our family. But his mom was one of the sisters that passed away 20 something years ago.
Okay.
So yeah, but he's awesome too.
Yeah, well, he sent me a picture of the eggs and he said, you ought to try to do something like this. And I said, I'm gonna do it. And I did. Girl, the next day I couldn't wait to get in the kitchen. Wake up in the morning and boil them eggs. And I did, and it came out so cute. And when I do some cute stuff, I would have to send it to the family and say, oh, look what I did.
Right, exactly.
But I love to make stuff look pretty on a plate.
And she does it well. She absolutely does
I'm
it
sure
well.
that's an asset to the family. Are they always asking you to do stuff?
No, not really.
We don't bother her much.
No. I mean, we don't, when we do family gatherings, everybody brings their dish or whatever.
Okay.
I don't really do anything fancy for that because when we come together for family stuff, everybody eating, just grabbing stuff.
Right.
And so I like for mine to be small and intimate, and everything. And I've had the opportunity to do it for two of my nieces. One did her husband's birthday, and then the other one was the anniversary. So I don't know how to cook for a large group of people. I probably can, but I prefer not to. I would like for it to be 10 or less, to make it really intimate and make it really, pretty and everything. So, yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, she got it going on. She just not bad. I'll pat her.
I know, right? I still would like to have someone to teach me how to do certain things, though. I'm willing to pay. So if anybody's out there and you hear me and you are a chef, I am looking for someone to teach me how to do certain things, and money is no object.
Because she's going to try to call me and get some money. No, ma'am.
I know, right? So, yeah, but I really do. I took some classes, some cooking classes when I can't even remember the name of that school that was out there on Germantown Parkway. I can't remember, but it was a culinary school, and they did some cooking classes. And so I went there a couple of times, and so that's what I thought the school was going to be about, teaching me how to cook some things. But, I guess they had to go through the book process and, everything that you didn't want to know about. It was like, I want to learn how to cook some things, and, learn how to cut these cute little things. And that's what I want. And if you can't offer that, then I'm out, So yeah, I still want to do that, because I still have lots of years ahead of me, like I said, Daddy lived to 92.
Right.
I plan to do the same or more. I want to celebrate my 100th birthday.
You want to be on the jar,
the Smucker's jar. And I can come back on Apologetically Angela and say, I made it to 100.
Both of y'all going to be sitting right there.
Yeah, look, rocking and laughing.
Rocking and
that is
sure.
That is
so. Aside from the surprise that you have for her on Sunday, do y'all have any plans for any big travelings or outings this summer?
Well, I do not. Together we don't, because I travel. I do travel. My husband and I travel quite a bit. So we're going to Destin. We're taking our great nieces and nephews to Destin next week. And then in August, we'll be celebrating our 40th wedding anniversary. So we're going to Alaska. I invited her to go to Alaska, but she said she had a bad dream that somebody kidnapped her. So she's not going.
I didn't want to be a third wheel.
Understood.
Yeah, but she could have hung with us because, when we're out and about, it's not going to make any difference. But yeah, so I did invite her. I was like, you can go with us. But yeah, so that's what's on my schedule for the rest of the year. Those two trips. So we love to travel. Both of us really love to travel. We're fortunate to get out at least 4 times a year and do something.
Great. I did go to Tunica the other day.
Look how she turned her head.
Well, in October, my daughter has this beautiful Airbnb that she has rented, and I'm going to be there. I do know I'm going to be there.
Okay.
So, but I would like to go somewhere else between now and October. I just don't know what and where yet.
Okay.
So we'll see.
Yeah. And next year, he said we had to wait a year before the sisters could do another trip. So it won't be his birthday. I just have to make sure of that. As long as I, don't take it during his birthday.
Right?
I got in trouble for that one.
Yes,
I made up this year though. I took him to Nashville, and it was awesome in Nashville.
Nice.
So yeah, so we'll probably try to do some. We might try to do something next year.
Okay.
See what's happening.
Sounds
all
good.
right. Well, when you figure out what's happening on Sunday, Miss Viola, send me a picture so I can see what you think.
Girl, I am. I can't wait. See? Oh my God. It took you to have us on here for me to know that
something is brewing.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm excited. I'm excited.
Exactly.
I'll be posting some on Facebook.
Oh, there. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
well, I'll just tell you, we talked about a ballet. My oldest sister, the one that's 80 something, she put me in ballet when I was 11. And I've still always loved ballet. So we were talking, why don't we ever go when the ballet is here? So there is a ballet going to be at the Orpheum on Sunday, but it's going to be young people from around here. And so it's at 3 o'clock at the Orpheum on
Oh,
Sunday.
cool.
So that's it. The ballet is going
Yes.
on Sunday.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
Yes.
Nice.
So
Oh, that's gonna be nice.
it
It
is. It's gonna be
is.
fun. It'll be fun. You know, we're gonna
Yeah.
have fun. It
Oh,
doesn't matter what it is.
whatever it is. Whatever
And
it
when
is.
the ballet is over,
Right, then we'll go
we'll go
somewhere.
home.
No, we're gonna no, we'll
No, we
probably
won't
go.
hang around the Orpheum, but we'll hang around somewhere.
Exactly, exactly. So
Exactly.
Oh,
yeah,
that
so
is,
that's
that's
what's
funny.
happening.
Okay, okay, great. Well, ladies, thank you so much. I mean, I can't even put into words how refreshing you are, how
You
inspiring you are. Even people that may not have had your upbringing, knowing that you're responsible for your happiness and making
right?
sure that
Yeah.
that's what you are reflecting out in the world. You all are a great example of that.
Well,
Well,
thank
thank
you so
you.
much.
I,
Yes, we
you know,
appreciate that. We definitely
Yes.
appreciate you allowing us to share our part of our story for
yeah,
sure.
Yes,
We
yeah.
definitely do.
absolutely.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I'll be checking in with y'all and seeing how you doing, and I might catch you out the way y'all like to get in the streets. I might see.
I know, right? Never know.
Exactly, exactly.
You never
Yes,
know. Never know. But thank you
yes.
again. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe out there. And I will talk to you ladies soon.
All
All right.
right.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so
Have a
much.
great
Have a great
evening.
night. Thank
Right.
you.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Yes, yes, yes. That was so refreshing. Typically I have a different age range of people and with different perspectives. And so, again, these ladies were so refreshing to me because I remember after talking to them after the wine tasting, I just had this burst of energy. I was able to clean up, I was able to do what I needed to do. But what we have to realize is that happiness and joy, when it's real, it's contagious. But that's the same thing with our negative behaviors and how we feel. And if we're always down and always complaining, that behavior and that emotion is negative as well. So I just thought it was really great to be able to have these beautiful ladies who are beautiful inside and out. They got me looking in my eyes and they are gorgeous. So thank you so much, ladies, again. I'm sure I'll see you out and about. And so I hope that you take from that story, again, you create your own atmosphere. Whatever your upbringing, it may not have been as beautiful and as peaceful as theirs, but it is now the time for you to claim and take accountability for how you want to live your life. And you'll never know who you come in contact with and what energy you're transferring onto them. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope to see you again next Thursday. Peace, love, and have some fun. Go swing your ankle somewhere and have the people put you out because they closed. Why not? Life is short. I love you and I'll see you soon.